just being in God's love. No sorrow, nothing physical, nothing can actually touch me. But the point is, we keep forgetting and going far again and again. Why? We live in so much body consciousness that we keep seeking love from human beings. Somebody should love me. Somebody should appreciate me. This thing, somewhere there is a wanting and seeking, a desire physically to project myself. And, that sort of desire to get it. And so the moment I want that from human beings, that's, of course, it can never be equal to God. No, that frequency will, there is no frequency even, because say if that soul from whom I'm wanting to have something, that soul is also in search, then how will I get it? Then there is disappointment, expectations, the list goes more and more, right? So instead of healing, there I'm experiencing more sorrow. Oh, why the person didn't appreciate me? Or why this person didn't love me? Why this person is not giving time to me? Why that? There is more sorrow. There is more burden. And so really I want to touch the love inside me. If I want to become that embodiment, go to him. Go to God. The ocean of love, the ocean of love. You know that beautiful song, Tu Pyar Ka Sagar Hai? Ah, how many times you want to listen to that song and you still feel like you're listening for the first time, right? You want to be like ocean of love. He's that ocean of love. Can you imagine there is an ocean of love, where it ends, where it begins? You're in that love and you're just gone. You just disappear in that love. And that's God's love, So it's completely healing. What it's healing? It's actually freeing me. It's freeing me from all the unwanted things that I carry, which burdens the soul and which doesn't allow the soul to experience that real love. It's freeing me from waste thoughts. It's freeing me from any kind of anger, animosity, or any kind of enmity. All this, the emotions that we carry, it frees me, right? When you taste God's love, what do you want? Nothing. Even like when we love, there is any physical love, like, when a mother sees her child after a long time, the mother doesn't bother about anything. No? She will sit with her child. Okay, tell me what's going on, right? She wants to cook for the child. She wants to be with the child. Pure love, no? At that time, she doesn't want to take phone calls, this, that, nothing. She wants to be with her child. Pure love. In the same way, when I'm with, God, that pure love, you just want to be. There is no agenda, there is no logic to it. Right? Really, there is no logic to it. Of course, people do talk about the science of love, but sometimes too much of analyzing about love. Love is very simple. You know that story, the story of Shabari. Shabari was this old lady who was so innocent, and she had such pure love for God. So it's a story, right? So one day it's like, God comes to her she lives in a little hut. And so God comes to, he's on his way, and then he visits Shabari. And then Shabari recognizes this is God. And so what she does, she says, I want to offer you something. And so God says, okay. And so she gets berries from her garden. She plucks the berries and she gets the berries from her garden. Now, what she does with those berries, she doesn't just give to God to eat the berries. What she does is, she says, wait, you don't eat like that. Let me first taste. If it is sweet, then I will give you. You eat. Well, then, of course, they show in that God's brother, he doesn't like it. How come you eat and you give it, you know? But that's her innocence, that's her love. And, you know, God says, no. He feels her love. He doesn't, you know, say, okay, you ate, I don't want to eat this. No. But what she does, every fruit she gives to God to eat, she first tastes it. The berry, every berry. She first says, this is sweet. And then she gives. And with a lot of love, he eats. And that's love. There is no agenda to love. There is no logic to love. Your innocence, your purity.
Pure vision is the ability to see the truest part of myself and others with the spiritual eyes. It is the seed of all the interactions I have with the world. How I see myself and others changes everything. It alters the way I act, the decisions I make. It begins with vision. Take a moment right now to just quiet your mind and make it as still as an evening sky. And think right now of someone you truly love or have loved. Think of how you saw them with a vision of love. And can you see how that changed your interactions with them, the way you spoke to them, the things you did for them? Now ask yourself very honestly, how do you see yourself on a daily basis? What's the first thing that comes to your mind? How do you see yourself on a daily basis? Do you see yourself as ordinary, as gender? Do you see yourself within the confines of limits? Or do you see something deeper? Pure vision means that when I see the self, I see the self beyond any history, beyond any situations that have perhaps shaped my feelings and emotions. It means I transcend the physical scenarios of my life to see something beyond the surface. Take a journey now, away from your history, away from the situations that may be whirling around you, and allow yourself to drift and float away from them to a place where there is no gravity of situations. Allow yourself to drift to a place where your mind feels quiet and light, clean of the past, absolutely still. And as you sit in this beautiful sacred spot, imagine for a moment that someone gives you the eyes to see yourself with a vision of angels, with a vision of the divine. How would you see yourself if you had the eyes of the divine? How would you see yourself if you had the ability to suddenly see the extraordinary inside of you? Allow the pure feeling of your real self to expand as you see with that pure vision, with eyes that transcend the physical world. With eyes that have the capacity to see you beyond your role, beyond your situations. Enjoy this vision of yourself. And allow the feeling of that inner greatness to expand and grow and lift you and make you lighter. Now gently return back to the world, but with a new and purified vision of yourself, and ask yourself, if you have that vision of yourself daily, even if only for 5 minutes a day, how would your actions and life change? How would the way you carry yourself in relationships change? How would the way you move through the world change if you had the eyes to see yourself with truth and with purity? True change can happen when we develop the power of pure vision for ourselves, for others, and for the world.